In this video, we're going to focus on altcoins that you definitely should hold in your portfolio and that we need to keep an eye on because these altcoins are set to explode. But what happened in the overall market? Yes, we're quickly going to look at Bitcoin because exactly here, I told you that I'm not going to turn bearish, and exactly here I uploaded my previous video, banks will crash and the Bitcoin dump is cancelled. We saw this massive breakout coming all the way back above this trend line. But guys, if you want to find out more about Bitcoin, you need to watch this video, which is pinned exactly here, which I uploaded previously. So guys, yes, let's go over to the altcoins. We're going to start with the crypto bubbles because yes, we can see that PITH, IMX and also Link saw a major push towards the upside, but we're going to focus on altcoins where we could expect a massive pump towards the upside. But before we're going to look at these altcoins, let's go over to the total 3 market cap, because if you've been watching my previous video, I told you about this massive W that we are forming on the total 3 market cap, and the total 3 market cap are all the cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, so all the altcoins, and we saw this breakout exactly here from this W formation, and at the moment we are seeing this perfect retest at this major support box and also the 13 EMA. So yes guys, ultimately if we're going to see this massive breakout for the total 3 market cap, we could expect that all the altcoins are going to see a massive push towards the upside. But to find out, are we going to see this massive altcoin season that we have been waiting for, we're going to go over to the Bitcoin dominance, because here we can perfectly see we broke this trend line towards the downside and formed this triple top exactly here, and this is exactly where I turned bearish, and I told you if we're going to break the 200 moving average, this red line exactly here on the weekly chart, and come all the way back down to the 100 moving average, we could expect a massive altcoin season. But we saw this bounce exactly here from these levels, and this was round about the time where Bitcoin reached its swing high. From all the ETF approvals exactly here, we turned around and saw this push even higher. But at the moment we can see that the Bitcoin dominance is forming a lower high. So ultimately, if we're going to see this continuation, we could expect that we're once again going to come all the way back down to the 200 moving average, and you know the drill. If we're going to lose this level, we could expect the altcoin season, and that's why we're going to look at coins that you should hold in your portfolio. But guys, if you want to support this channel and want to find out even more about crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell. And let's start with PITH, because yes, we saw this major breakout, and yes, I've been giving you this buy zone exactly here in my free Telegram group, exactly in these levels where we saw this breakout from this flag that we were forming exactly here on the 4-hour chart. And yes guys, we were trading within this range, and in the previous videos I told you if we're going to break out from this major zone exactly here, we could expect this massive breakout. And yes, we've reached our price target exactly at the 60% level. But guys, we could expect some furthermore upside, and for that we're going to go on the daily chart of PITH, because yes, on the daily chart we can perfectly see we drew the Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the conservative swing high. We didn't include this massive scam wick towards the upside exactly at the launch. We took it all the way from here and dragged it all the way back down to the previous bottom exactly here. And yes, we could correct it a little bit more all the way back down to these levels, because yes, we can see that we are at the 88.6 and we have formed a higher high exactly at the 59-cent level. But guys, ultimately if we're going to see this continuation even higher, what I do expect, maybe we're going to see a consolidation and this sell-off exactly here, because a lot of people are taking profits exactly at the previous highs. Maybe we could expect a small consolidation above the 88.6 or even come down to the 78.6, and trading is all about possibilities. So that's why we're going to look at the bearish case before we're going to look at the bullish case. Ultimately this would be my bearish case, a retracement to the 88.6 consolidation, or even this pullback to the 78.6. But ultimately we have strong support all the way at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. But ultimately guys, our next price target for PITH is going to be the 1.618 exactly here at the levels of nearly $1. So if we're going to look at the measured move all the way from here all the way to our price target, this would be a move of 96%. But if you are subscribed to my Telegram group, guys, this would be a move of 168% in profit if we're going to reach this price target. But so far you have a profit of round about 35% all the way from this call. And yes, we're only at the beginning of this major bull market, so ultimately guys, we could expect a further move towards the upside for PITH all the way up to the next price target of nearly $2, but this wouldn't be the end, because yes, we're going to see a massive bull run, and this is only the beginning, so use the early. And if you want to buy all of these cryptocurrencies, go down in the video description below and sign up with my links, where you receive a massive deposit bonus. On Bybit you receive a $30,000 deposit bonus. So guys, make use of this free money, and let's go over to the next coin, which is Manta. Because yes, I gave you these levels exactly here at the level of $2.48, exactly here. I posted this in my free Telegram group, and we saw this massive pump towards the upside. And yes, we were in some great profits all the way to the swing high, or the all-time high. We have been up 55%, and now we're seeing this dump towards the downside. Now we're up around about 22%, but ultimately guys, if we're going to look at this chart and the Fibonacci retracement level, we can see that we perfectly broke out from this major resistance zone, and we broke the 38.2 exactly here. So this perfect retest on the 38.2, and we held this perfect upward sloping trend, bounced off exactly here, and here we saw we broke the trend and formed a double top. So ultimately we could see that the price movement came all the way back down to the next major level, which is this major support and also the 38.2. So once again, these major Fibonacci levels are major significant. But yes, ultimately I'm extremely bullish on Manta, because we can see on the price movement we had this healthy retracement and formed the double bottom exactly here above this major support. So ultimately this is going to be a major breakout if we're going to break the 50% level and also this W formation. So we could expect the next price targets are going to be the 61.8 and ultimately a new high round about the 78.6 at $4.13. So yes guys, I'm extremely bullish on Manta, because this coin is fairly new. We could expect that during this bull run we could expect some major levels. We're just going to zoom out and look at the next major Fibonacci levels, which are going to be the 1.618, and this move all the way from the price movement exactly now all the way to the price target is going to be 180%, and this is not going to be the end guys. So yes, investing into Manta would be a great opportunity, because yes, the price movement came all the way back to the previous support, and also the 38.2 formed this double bottom, and we can also see, if we draw a trend line from the previous highs all the way down, if we're going to break this trend line, which could still happen today, we could expect this breakout to the next price target of the 61.8, but we're not going to lose any time. And if you like this video, guys, remember it only takes a few seconds, smash up the like button. So let's go over to the next coin, which is going to be Sui. And once again, I gave you this great entry if you're in my free Telegram group, exactly at the levels of $1.70. And at the moment we saw this pump of 39%, but in the price movement we can perfectly see we had previous resistance exactly here, came all the way back down, had this consolidation, came all the way back to the resistance point from the higher low exactly from this major breakout which we had exactly here, retested this major support zone exactly here, which was previous resistance, and we saw this breakout all the way to the major previous resistance zone, and afterwards we saw this breakout from these levels, and we reached perfectly our price target. If we're going to look at the Fibonacci levels all the way from the swing high all the way to the swing low, we could expect this further move towards the upside, because yes, we're still forming higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, and we're perfectly bouncing off exactly from the 50 moving average, and also this major resistance point, which now has turned into support exactly here, and we could expect after breaking the 13 moving average, we could expect this continuation all the way up to the previous highs. So yes guys, use this opportunity and dollar cost average into Sui, because we could expect some further upside. Let's go on the daily chart, because yes, on the daily chart we can see we had the launch exactly here, had this major sell-off, came all the way back down and formed the bottom, and then we saw this parabolic run towards the upside. And yes, at the moment we are seeing this consolidation at the previous highs. And yes, you know this saying, show me a high and I show you a buy, because ultimately if we're going to break the previous high, we're going to be in price discovery mode, and we could expect that Sui is going to come all the way up to the 1.618, which is going to be the $3.10 level. So ultimately, if we're going to invest exactly now and all the way to the next price target, this would be a pump of 120%. Maybe we could expect a consolidation and a lot of selling exactly here, but ultimately after a consolidation we're definitely going to reach this price target, and I added even more to my sweet position exactly here. So let's go over to the next coin and the last coin, which is TIA, Celestia. And at the moment we can see that TIA is at a major resistance point, this downward sloping trend, after we have formed this new high exactly here at the levels of $20, which is also a psychological level and a major take profit zone. So yes, we saw this downwards trend all the way back down, formed this perfect double bottom exactly here, the first bottom and also the second bottom, which is perfectly bullish. That the second bottom is higher because a higher low ultimately is bullish, and we saw this breakout exactly from this neckline, and we can see that the price movement perfectly held support above the 200 moving average exactly here, here and also here, and we can see that yes, we saw this consolidation and we are once again above this major support zone. Maybe we could expect a small consolidation or even come back to this previous support, but ultimately guys, if we're going to break this trend line, we could expect that we're going to break the previous highs at $20, and we're going to go on the daily chart to look at the ultimate price target. And yes, this chart looks extremely bullish. We had the launch exactly here, and then we saw this parabolic run towards the upside, and we kept on going up only for the price movement of TIA. And at the moment, yes, we saw some sideways consolidation exactly within these levels. So how are we going to drag the Fibonacci retracement levels? Yes, from the previous highs all the way to the previous low exactly here. We're going to zoom in so we could see the price movement a little bit better, because yes, ultimately this is a great consolidation, consolidating over time. This means that the price movement is ranging in a certain range, because if we would have seen consolidation over the price, this would mean that the price comes all the way back down and we're going to see a quick move even higher. But ultimately this is extremely bullish, and the next price target for TIA is going to be the $25 level. And if we're going to look at the measured move from the current price movement all the way to the price target, this is going to be a move of 43%, but ultimately this looks extremely bullish. We had a high, came all the way back down to the 50 moving average, so this perfect bounce, forming higher lows exactly here, and at the moment we had this major neckline from this W formation. So ultimately guys, I could expect that TIA is going to break out very soon and that we're going to form a new high. But ultimately the bull run is just getting started, and we could expect some major moves for these altcoins. So if you want to buy all of these altcoins dollar cost average by using the links in the video description below, where you receive a major deposit bonus, because yes guys, we could expect that the altcoin season is going to be here extremely soon, and that we could expect this massive pump towards the upside. And if you want to find out more about cryptocurrencies, guys, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe. And if you want to find out more about Bitcoin, watch this video exactly now, and we see each other in the next video.